Hi.
Hi.
It feels like I just saw you, and then before that, just saw you.
That's
so
what
it's
happened.
it's a lot of seeing you, I think, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go back through my contract for this because it feels an awful lot like I'm seeing more of you than I signed on to originally see.
I think you need to read the fine print.
I always read the fine print.
You seem like a fine print kind of guy.
I seem like a fine print kind of guy. Hold the print. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts.
Wow.
We fawn. Behind the scenes action, a little conversation about how apparently I'm not allowed to have a Topo Chico.
Okay, as if we haven't discussed this on air.
Listen, I'm rolling in here with a tummy full of treats from yesterday, and I'm about to stir them up. Double, toil and trouble. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi guys, I'm Ashely Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 57.
It's here.
It's here.
We've been building towards this.
This was the one.
This is it.
And then no more.
No more finale. That's it. We're just going to go right off the air. Bye.
How you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm tired.
Yeah. Are you bloated?
Normally, yeah.
Yesterday was the 4th of July.
I roll bloated. That's how I roll.
Oh, roll. Mm-hmm.
Bloated.
Just in general.
That's
how I do.
Yeah. Just a big old puffball.
Tired. Are you sore?
I'm very sore.
Because you guys played in the pool for like 6 hours solid.
Yeah.
You and the children.
Yeah.
And Jeff.
That's it. That's what I did, is what I retreated to the pool because I'd had it with all the asinine adult conversations and I needed to dunk some kids.
And you did.
I've never felt so powerful.
Guys, I'm not, you think I'm joking. The children got in the pool even before the adults, but we ate.
The children got in the pool and so did your kids.
Right. So did the actual children.
Your husband and I were the children.
So so we ate food. The kids were already in the pool. And then Jeff and Brandon joined the children in the pool.
Into the fray.
No joke.
No.
4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, easy.
Solid.
Easy.
Playing, what did you guys call the basketball? Extreme basketball?
Not that.
What did you call it?
Dumbest name.
Okay, what'd you call it?
Extreme Basketball.
Aqua Ball.
On ESPN 8, the Ocho.
What did you call it?
We called it Extreme Basketball.
No, you called it a battle ball.
Yeah, that's that working title.
Okay, battle ball.
Yeah, mine is niecey nephew dunky dunk is what I call it because I submerged your children's heads.
Niecey nephew dunky dunk.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
It's very accurate.
Yeah, it's what I did.
So battle ball that transitioned into jackpot.
Jackpot.
For 4 to 6 hours.
Jackpot.
I don't know why that's such a big spread.
A 90s classic Jackpot.
It's a great game.
I used to play Jackpot on the playground.
Yeah.
And you just see that all the girls would sit on that side and they'd watch, and you'd be like,
they might cheer.
They might nothing. I thought we've established how dominant I am.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I used to dominate elementary school kids in Jackpot.
Okay.
And I'm happy to report that at 40, I still dominate elementary kids at
2nd
Jackpot.
through 9th grade.
Yeah, that's my sweet spot. That's called the Brandon's really athletic sweet spot.
Okay.
Once you get outside of that and start competing, once you get into what we call the pick on someone your own size,
fail.
we don't do that.
No.
I like to take karate classes with children.
Sure.
So that I can take them down a peg or two.
And feel great about yourself.
Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys did that, and at one point, I was in the pool, Lindsay was in the pool, and Crindy, we were all in the pool, watching Jackpot, and you and Jeff were playing an entirely different game.
Yeah.
And it was called Prevent the Other One from Catching the Ball.
Yeah.
And that went on for a good 2 hours.
That's called Spite Ball.
Spite Ball.
That's all it is. I'm not playing for glory.
No.
I'm not playing for trophies. I'm not playing for any level of recognition. I'm playing for Jeff to lose.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's what you kept saying.
It's it.
Rejection.
Get
Pull
out
him
of
under.
Get out of here with your self-worth. I want you to feel this big.
Yeah.
This
I
big.
think you succeeded, but he also got you.
No, he got me a lot.
He got you good.
I could have spent the evening in traction. I'm so sore.
You're so sore.
Came home and was stumbling around because I was so sore. Kicked a table and I'm pretty sure broke a toe last night.
Oh no.
I'm damaged goods, baby.
Oh no, you got your slides on. Which toe?
You know what's funny?
What?
I took my slides off just long enough to break a toe
toe.
because you know what a Kirkland slide will prevent?
It's a stiff bottom.
Stiff bottom
That'll
slides.
Keep your toes straight.
That's how they advertise them. Come on down for some
slides. You make them.
I love that. That's the connection you just made.
I made that
real
connection.
good.
I think in Queen.
Yes,
there is.
Queen.
Yes, Queen. But yeah, yesterday was a great day. It was 100 degrees here in Edmond, Oklahoma on the 4th of July.
So hot.
And I was pretty pruny by the end of the day. Pretty pruny.
Well,
We stayed in the pool
again,
for-
it's a sliding scale because I think you came to the party pruny, and I think you left
Real nice.
You left the party a full blown dried up raisin in the sun.
I did.
And that's okay. Because honestly, age gracefully, ladies.
Yeah, age
I got all these.
You don't need all these fillers.
Botox, schmotox. I
don't
say no tox. If ever you got Goran Stefangi, she was aging great. And then one day, I feel like we tipped. I feel like she needs.
She's beautiful.
She actually, you know what? Of all of them that have been doing work, I think she's been.
And we're just surmising here. We don't know.
Well,
You've gone down a rabbit hole and you've done a lot of you've sent me some before and afters.
yeah, because
this is how you spend your time.
Because I did and continue to have a massive crush on Gwen Stefani.
Are you listening, Quinn?
I hope so.
Come on
I hope
here.
you're listening because here's the thing. Here's what I've said about you. Here's what I've said about you.
Talking to you, Gwen.
Took straight at you. I've said you've work or no, you've done it well. Frankly, I'd like a referral to whomever is doing the work.
Yeah. She's not going to get it.
And second, crush still walking into spider webs.
So, Gwen, holla back, girl.
It's good. It was good. I don't like that. I don't like that. I liked it. Here, dude. Fat bottom girls references and no doubt song references.
I mean, I'm kind of crushing it right now.
I've been studying. I was at home just reading up on no doubt stuff. You didn't know it because I had a very deft hand, but I steered this conversation to Gwen Stefani.
I did. You didn't see it coming.
Well, a true magician.
Surprise attack.
When I'm looking at one hand, Gwen Stefani's in the other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's bananas.
It's been boo.
That one was.
Boo.
We lost it. Producer got some sun. Look at him. Look at you.
On those
Look
thighs.
at you. No, his face.
Okay, well,
I'm not-
clearly we're looking in different areas because
Anyway.
my eyes are drawn to his thighs.
Did you have a good 4th of July?
Don't answer that.
I'll tell you
You're
what.
not a citizen. Don't answer that.
What? Oh, what?
And the mystery grows.
And the
He's not a
mystery on
citizen.
producer
I
grows.
see you. Show me your ID.
Anyway, we had some delicious food yesterday. The Birdwell Engles can eat. We've established this. It's our baseline. And we just try to outdo ourselves every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Every gathering. I'll tell you the star of the show, and you know what I'm about to say.
Yeah, I do. But you can just go ahead and say it.
Your corn ribs. Would you like to tell the listeners what you did? And if anyone wants more information on this, Brandon doesn't use recipes.
I don't.
He doesn't.
I don't. I won't. I shan't.
I have to.
Well, listen, here's the thing.
I'm more of a baker, though.
Well, talent,
Okay.
it's just it's just talent. Here's the thing. You wouldn't show up in Emeril Lagasse's kitchen and tell him.
No, I would not.
Tell him how to bam,
I wouldn't.
right? You would say, "I'm sorry, don't." Just that's your
Are
band.
you comparing yourself to Emeril?
I think
This is some confidence.
I think you can infer what I'm comparing myself to.
So you did corn
Bam.
ribs.
Listen. Do you see?
You
when
got
you
me.
when you least expect it, you get Lagassied. You get Lagassied good. Gotta get it while the Lagassi getting's good.
Okay.
Bam.
Oh, bam.
Kick it up a notch.
Corn ribs.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this right now. They were a feast, not just for the belly, but for the eyes.
They were.
Pornography. Listen, they
Guys, I'm sorry.
I knew you'd hate it, but it was too good.
These were inspired by some corn that we had in
These were inspired by
Hilton Head.
some corn that we had in Hilton. And apparently it's a thing these days because I sent a photo of them to my friends, and Ted's first response was, corn ribs? He's like, I've seen him prepared like that.
He knew.
I mean, listen, Ted is our corn authority.
Okay.
It's a really funny T-shirt.
Band name.
Just a cob, and then it just says Corn Authority.
Corn Authority.
It's actually really funny.
The alliteration. It's so good.
Oh, it's good to say. Phonetically, it's nice. So corn ribs.
Okay.
I'm a fan of eating meats on the bone.
Yep.
Of eating things on the cob.
Yeah.
I like it. It's an activity. Right. So what you do is you split the corn into quarters. You quarter the corn,
Which is the hardest part.
It's by far the hardest part. And man, Harry was beside himself as I was doing it. You could tell he'd been thinking about
how to
me
do it.
lopping off a finger doing it. Oh. He kept being like, "You good? You got this?" I was like, "I got this." And then
watching you with a knife.
I'm phenomenal with.
You're
a
knife. Phenomenal with a knife, Mr. Knife Guy.
Yeah.
From past episodes, you're going to open a knife school, but you do it with such confidence, such speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me a little uneasy as well.
Listen,
I'm
here's
with Harry.
The thing. Nobody's gonna tell Michael Jordan how to shoot a free throw.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna tell Michael Jordan how to shoot a 3-pointer. Mm-hmm. No one's gonna tell Michael Jordan how to do anything. He's Michael Jordan.
A darn thing.
No one's gonna tell him or Lagasse how to bam.
No one's gonna tell Gwen how to holla back.
No. You don't. Listen, corn ribs.
Corn ribs. Sorry. I'm the one getting us off today.
Yeah, what's happening? You're the worst. Okay. So, honestly, can I tell you something? I can't see from your camera's view, but you really did clean up your background a lot. I think I'm going to keep it that way.
Okay.
It looks good.
Interior designer at your service.
Huh. Thanks for that. Send me the invoice. I won't pay. Listen, corn ribs.
Corn ribs.
So...
Quarter
them up so that they're like in little riblets.
Yep.
That's what you call them.
Yeah.
And then you season them up, chili powder, all the good stuff. You grill them.
Chipotle.
Did you just chipotle?
I corrected myself.
And go down to Chipotle and get some guacamole.
Yeah.
It costs extra. Is that fine?
Salt. And that's all you put on them.
Salt and battery.
Okay.
No, it's salt, pepper, chipotle, to use your
I corrected
hayseed pronunciation
myself.
So, but that ship has sailed. Okay. Once you chipotle, you don't unchipotle. Okay. The toothpaste is out of the tube.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you grill them.
So corn ribs. And you grill them. You get them nice and grilled up. While you're doing that, there's a key here. You grill the limes. You get a little smoke on your citrus.
Crindy was beside herself.
You get a little smoke on your citrus. Get this. You put the limes on the grill. You put the ribs and you feel good. That just started to go Cosby. You want to go grill the ribs with the limes and the go. Guys, he's a criminal. Listen, I do not condone. Rudy.
That's good.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Everyone's impression of Bill Cosby is an impression of Eddie Murphy's impression of Bill Cosby. It's just like a caricature of what it is. So, corn ribs. Yep. And
grill
the limes. You squeeze them.
Yep.
I squoze. Mm-hmm. You put them in a bowl. You put them in there with some crema or some creme fraiche, as we did yesterday.
Yeah, that was the key.
You thin it out with a little bit of olive oil, then you season it with a little bit more of that chipotle.
Yeah.
And you just toss the ribs in it. Mm. And then after that, a little finishing touch, you sprinkle a little cotija cheese, cotija, and then you put some cilantro on it.
Yeah.
And then you know what you do?
Enjoy.
You eat them.
Bam!
like legitimately got me with it. Because you didn't break eye contact. You bammed with hawk-like precision just now. It was like, okay.
They were so good. And at first, I'm not going to lie to you. And you know what I'm going to say.
You were going to say that there was a little heat.
Well, I tried them pre-creme fraiche sauce and cheese situation. They were a little spicy for me.
It's a rookie mistake.
Okay, well.
It's a rookie mistake.
I couldn't resist. But they were the star of the show. I cannot tell you how many of those I ate.
I mean,
They were delicious.
I was shocked
At how
the
good?
at the reception. I
Kids,
liked them.
Harrison loved them.
Listen,
Jeff, Crindy,
fun for
Lindsay?
fun for all ages.
Delicious.
A treat for all ages. Listen, I will say,
Corn Authority.
we'll make again. What Corn Authority?
I would say these are the 3 stars of the show from the food yesterday. That, number 1.
I'll tell you the 3 stars of the show: red, white, and blue, and that's how I live my life.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Corn, number 1.
Yeah.
It's cone. Number 2, Crindy's board.
Ooh.
It was the most beautiful board I've ever seen. Prosciutto, burrata, peaches, cherries, mint leaves.
Salty sweet, savory sweet, umami. Umami.
Ooh, mommy.
Umami.
Crindy's board.
It was a treat. I hovered over it like a rodent. I just stood over it, just packing my cheeks for the winter like a squirrel.
Still got some in there.
Gosh, man, last episode I had a big old piece of cilantro in the side of my face for a huge chunk
Guys,
of it.
that's why we haven't taken it to the tube yet.
Because Brandon can't keep soft herbs out of his teeth.
We did. We've been filming the episodes because everyone's telling us the future of podcasts is YouTube. Brandon, we did all the work. And when I say we, I mean Brandon.
Thank you.
And he...
Not even producer. He knows nothing. He couldn't even say, he was sitting to my side. He couldn't say, hey, man.
It was, to be fair, he was over here. The cilantro was over here.
Hey, you've got cilantro.
I didn't see it. Either.
Well, get with it, because
it was a big leaf.
If you were walking around here like we will have to show. I hate it. It's so because I was sitting editing the video, and as I'm editing, I'm like, is that? Because I'd only seen it on a phone, and when I was sitting in front of a computer, and my big gross lettuce maw was wide open.
It was like 2 teeth were completely.
Yeah, it looked like the cilantro was dark enough that it looked like I was just missing teeth. But then as I zoomed in, only to realize
cilantro,
soft herbs, just covering whole teeth, and I got small teeth already.
It is.
It's gross.
The reason why we haven't taken it to the tube.
Just picturing that, it's like that's a kid who is playing spin the bottle, and he just leans in for a smooch, and he's just.
Hey, Angie.
Oh, that's
why Angie. Hi, Angie. She's our friend.
For the rest of his life, he's just the kid who tried to go in for smooches with cilantro face.
You're never coming back from that.
Oh, God, you're going to semi-formal with cilantro mouth? Ew. Ooh.
But yesterday was great. We did some home fireworks. At one point, this was the highlight.
Jeff did a controlled burn on a very small area of the lawn.
This was the best part. Grindy and Harry live within city limits, so we're not out here doing major things. We're doing sparklers.
Don't come at us, Edmund PD.
Us, PD.
We're a family show.
We respect to the laws
Go ahead.
of the land.
God, just the worst person on a witness stand.
I respect the laws of the land, Your Honor.
You sound like you're lying. You're saying too much.
I don't.
Respect the laws of the land?
I do.
Okay, now I object. On what grounds?
Okay, so we had the sparklers, and we had a smoke grenades. One of these smoke grenades was faulty.
Seemingly,
I
yes.
wish we had this on video, because what was happening is we did a smoke grenade, and the kids and Jeff were doing karate.
Yep, as you do.
In the smoke.
Yeah, Dwight Schrute style karate. I wouldn't call it karate so much as I would call it Dwight Schrute moves.
Call it what's it? Tai Chi.
Yeah,
some Tai Chi in the smoke. It was lovely.
It's the kind of karate that you see a person do right before a fight, and then they just get punched square in the face because they don't really know karate.
Although Hope was doing some crane kicks.
And Asher also knows. Asher's a karate man.
Taekwondo. It's different.
It's
very different.
I've never been angrier at a person correcting me on anything in my entire life.
So one of these smoke grenades, just no smoke, just flames.
No.
Flames.
On the side of my face.
On the side of my face. into Harry's grass.
Well manicured, lush grass.
And it just continued to burn for, I don't know how long, until Crindy
Too
was
long.
like, Ashely, pour some water on it.
The best is
And
that
then the smoke came.
it was to the side and it was just literally torching the grass. It was a controlled burn in a like 2x2 inch section. And it started
It was
and
terrifying.
in the most pragmatic, calmest tone. Jeff just said, well, that's not how it's supposed to work, I don't think.
It was on its side.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It-
thank
it-
goodness for the recent rain is what we're saying.
Meanwhile, there's people off down the street shooting off full-blown fireworks
Roman
shows.
candles.
Roman candles. Like they bought like the big like artillery shells and they're shooting them off in the air. And here we are just poppers on the ground and torching a 1-inch patch of grass. Like literally the most
It would happen to
anticlimactic.
us.
Yeah.
It would happen to
Right.
us.
These people are setting everything off. Explosions, like military grade things, just shooting mortars off like they're in
Within the
battle
city
within the
limits.
city limits. We're the people that burn a house down with a faulty smoke grenade. That's us. That's us.
That's us.
We're gonna have to give you a citation. Here's a ticket for being an idiot.
And we respect the laws of the land.
We do. We respect them so much that we downgraded our fireworks display from an already downgraded fireworks display.
We never even had one.
We like last year we'd have like whirly dipsy duties and like
didn't even do
things like that. Not this year.
Not this year.
Violation of noise ordinance. Hello. Keep it down out there, America. Keep it down, America. The Birdwells are starting a fire. Keep it down, America. The corn authority's going up in flames. Little
Corn
heat,
authority.
little heat on the corn ribs, little heat on the lawn. Keep it down, America. The Birdwells are smoking grass. Not that kind of grass. We respect the laws of the land. Not
I'm sorry, Crindy and Harry.
not a bunch of reefers over here. The Birdwells don't smoke that kind of grass in the backyard.
We smoke Bermuda.
We smoke zoysia. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a very mild strain. It's called zoysia. So mild, in fact, that it doesn't do anything. It just goes up in flames until Jeff douses it in water and then it smokes.
It
Beep, 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 beep. Smoking grass in the yard with our parents. Happy birthday to USA. We got corn ribs and everything. I guess the last lyric's not great. The last lyric's not great, but everything leading into
I disagree.
Happy birthday, USA. Take that, England. You know? Take that, England. We're going to smoke our lawn. You guys are over there eating bland food, wishing you still had colonies. Well, we're smoking grass in the backyard with Crindy. What a day to be alive. What a day to be alive. Cause baby, you're a firework.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? The dumbest lyric ever.
I mean, I don't know. We could probably do a deep dive into some Katy Perry lyrics and find some just as dumb. And some Fergie lyrics. And I'm gonna miss you like a child misses their blanket. Happy birthday, America. God, I watched yesterday. I watched all of my standbys. I watched Rocky IV, as I know that
So
you all
did
did in
Jeff
your
and the
house.
kids, yeah.
I watched Fergie sing the national anthem.
Oh wow, that's a part of your tradition.
I watched Scott Stapp sing "God Bless America" at a
You
baseball
did it
game.
all.
I did. Wow. And that's all. That was all before noon.
And that's before the corn ribs and lawn fire.
And that's what corn ribs and lawn fires. Welcome. Welcome to the Birdwell family 4th of July extravaganza.
I'd like to give everyone a skunk update.
Skunk Update needs a theme song. God.
Just ends with we. So, in the last episode, after you shared about your harrowing experience with a hawk,
Harrowing.
I talked about how Ellie, my dog, got skunked.
Also harrowing. Just a
Also
different type of harrowing.
Still stinks, guys. I'm thinking we're in this for a while with her. We have unsuccessfully tried to get the odor out. It's not going great.
Odiferousness.
And it's really just her. Like, the house is fine.
It's not transferring from her to the house.
No, not
That's
even
good.
to Coco. And they wrestle a lot.
That's
it's
good.
just her. Her?
Well,
Her.
this is a moment where we just need to focus on the good, the things that we do have, Yeah. And you do have a situation where the dog's not skunking the house.
It's true.
So
It's true. But anyway, guys, just wanted to update you on that. I wanted to tell the listeners about something, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I think this is the most amazing story. Such a fun thing that my friend Laura did. Hi, Laura.
hey, Laura.
Friend and listener of the pod. Her father recently turned 70 years old.
Okay.
And-
Big milestone.
A big
Big
milestone.
770.
7-0. And they have a family tradition where they cook the person's favorite meal or a meal that person wants for their birthday, which is a really cool thing. They all get together and do this. For as long as she could remember, her dad wanted a pig cooked in the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like luau style.
Luau style. And every year the family's like, no.
What's his name? What's the dad's name?
John.
Okay. I was hoping it was Lou.
No, but that would be.
Because I would have said Lou. Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
great.
Well, listen, we've done this freaking 57 times. They're not all going to be home runs.
They're not going to be runs. I've had my share of strikeouts.
You've skunked this pod so many times.
I really have. So for his 70th, they were like, okay, this is something Dad really wants. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
This has been the most riveting saga. She recently posted this online, the whole thing start to finish. A month of preparation.
Oh, man.
They dug, her husband and son, who's one of Harrison's best friends, Josie.
Okay.
Hi, Josie. Dug the pit in their backyard. Looked a lot like a grave.
Okay.
A lot like a grave.
Well,
he probably had some neighbors.
If you ask that pig, it is one.
That's what he would say. Or she, I don't know. But anyway, they dug the thing. Then they made the fire the day of the birthday, which was this last Saturday. The fire went out because of rain.
Sure.
V dramatic. We had a text thread. She was asking for prayers for the fire. It was a whole thing. At the last minute.
You know who she should have had over? Jeff with his smoke grenade.
That's all we needed.
We were just short one pig.
We were just short a pig and a pit.
So guess what? Lou and friends. Our luau was almost as cool as yours anyway, so we just didn't have to post about it on Instagram.
We did not have a pig. We did not have a luau.
Oh, we had a pig. His name was Me, and he's still here. He's still here, and he's not gotten any better. It's a pig.
Wow. That was equivalent to the Emerald Bam.
That was Pig Bam. That's Pig Emerald.
So anyway, long story short, they got the fire going. You put the pig in the ground, but you have
Does the fire not have to go out and smolder?
Yes.
Okay.
You put granite rocks in, wrap it in banana leaves, wrap it in
This
wet
is bananas.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And then wrap it in wet burlap, put a canvas over the top. This thing cooked for 5 hours. There was a digital thermometer involved where they were monitoring from the
surface.
From the
surface level thermometer.
Yeah. It had to reach 195 degrees. And then they pull it up.
It's because you got to break down all that gelatin and connective tissue to make it nice and tender.
It was perfection.
Man.
But when I tell
crispy
you,
skin, nice crispy skin on top.
I think so. It looked incredible. And they had a big party in their backyard. Isn't that the best?
I'm super excited.
And he
about
was
that.
so honored and so pumped to finally have this happen.
Yeah.
I just want to thank Laura and family for involving me on this journey. That's what I'm saying.
I'm so excited about it.
I know, and we weren't even there. Don't get any ideas, Harry.
About roasting. Whatever, Harry, get ideas.
Because
We've already started the fire. We've already carved out the portion of the yard that we're going to dig out.
just right in the middle.
It's good. We're fine. We're ready.
just sounds like such an ordeal.
He just comes home one day and we're surprising him with a buried pig in the backyard. It just destroyed the yard. What
Then we know what to get him for his 71st.
Can we borrow your post hole diggers, Harry? We need to
dig a grave for this pig.
We need to dig a pig pit.
Then for his 71st, we would do a new
Horse.
sod.
Oh. We're going to bury a horse and roast it.
Every year we keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
We're going to go equine this year, Harry. It's a happy equine birthday.
85 is a rhino.
Or it's just different hooved creatures.
Anyway, but this reminded me because they did this
90s giraffe. It's a deep hole.
That's so sad.
Why is a rhino not as sad as a giraffe?
I just love a giraffe.
Because a giraffe was the mascot for Toys R Us.
Right.
Jeffrey.
Also, it's
Jeffrey.
my
Toys R Us is such a pea smelling place
it was the lighting.
that made it tricked my brain into thinking that the place smelled of pea.
Very poor lighting in a Toys R Us.
Parosmia lighting.
Yeah.
It really is flickering. It's just a warehouse. What was that?
It was like my reaction
okay.
to like a fluorescent.
I thought that you were having like a weird reaction to something.
No, like a fluorescent, like
Yeah, it's the Joe versus the volcano. It's sucking your soul out through your eye holes.
There it is.
Welcome to Toys R Us.
But
You're gonna walk out of here with a Ninja Turtle, but your soul's coming with us. That's why Jeffrey Giraffe is so powerful, because he has absorbed all the children's souls that have ever gone through those.
Yeah.
You know, when you walk through that, you're going through the threshold. And Jeffrey Giraffe,
Doesn't mess around.
he's got peepers on you.
The giraffe is, remember when we were picking our Patronuses? Patroni, mine was a giraffe.
Yeah. Oh, and that's why you don't want to eat one.
Right. That's the only reason.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, since this pig was cooked in the Hawaiian tradition, I was reminded of a trip that we took as kids with Harry and Crindy to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I checked with Crindy about the details of this trip because some really incredible things happened on this trip. First of all,
This is great because you were old enough to remember more of this trip than I was.
Right.
So this will be like jogging memories for me. And some I won't even remember.
I think that's exactly right. So I called Crindy and was like, help me out. So Crindy, guys, used to be a tour guide for Lakeland Tours.
Sure.
And she would go every summer and lead trips of 8th graders around our nation's capital.
Which, if I can be honest, at the time,
Yeah.
I didn't realize what a horrible ordeal that must be for her.
She enjoyed it.
Boatloads of stinking attitude. Dummies.
Well, that's not true.
I met some of them.
I have.
You have what?
I have a soft spot in my heart for middle schoolers. I love them. Used to teach them, love
you-
them, pastor them, love them.
You can keep them.
I will. Safe from you.
Well,
that
did not like that. No. Didn't like it. And guys, we respect the laws of the
we
land.
respect the laws of the land. Okay, anyway. So Crindy used to take groups of 8th graders to DC every summer. And because she did this and did it so well, she won this trip to Hawaii for our family.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Right? Crindy, out here.
Out here winning. Out here, all she do is win.
All
win.
she does
No
is
matter
win.
what.
So we go to Hawaii, and to hear Crindy tell it, this trip.
I love how you are pronouncing Hawaii.
Hawaii.
You're very like particular about it.
Yeah. It's like the Chipotle of states.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Welcome to Mahalo. Alohi from Hawaii. Want pig?
That's not right.
Got pig?
That's not right. So we win this trip. To hear her talk about it, this was one of the best days of her life happened on this trip. We were in Maui.
Not when one of us was born, not when she got married.
Right. But no, just like she said, it was the perfect day. We went snorkeling. We fed the fish frozen peas. They told us, the guides told us to go get a bag of frozen peas, fed the fish frozen peas from our hands, sand castles, the whole thing.
Whole deal.
One of the best days of Crindy's life. So
Listen.
this trip was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Also action-packed. So Harry's big thing on this trip was that he wanted to visit Haleakala National Park.
Okay.
This is an active volcano on Maui.
Yeah.
It has erupted like 10 times in the last 1,000 years. It's still active.
You got it.
But apparently the sunrise at Haleakala volcano crater is one of the most beautiful things you could ever witness. One of the wonders of the world,
Okay.
apparently. So this was Harry's big thing. And for those of you who don't know, Harry enjoys photography. And since the advent of the iPhone, he doesn't do this as as often.
You don't need to.
But you don't need to. But back in the day, he would haul around
It's like a big Canon, like the big like the SLR camera with the big like telephoto lens.
Totally.
And it had a very specific strap, like the Canon yellow and black checkered strap. I remember that.
Yes. And we also had the big camcorder that would sit on the shoulder, right? And as a result, we have a lot of sweet treasures, many of which we've shared on the socials. Guys, if you don't follow us on social, do that. We have fun.
If you don't follow us on social, you're missing out.
Do that. We have fun. So anyway, this was Harry's big thing. He wanted to see the sun over Haleakala. Now, the problem is the thing you want to see is the sunrise.
Okay.
We got confused.
Okay.
We drove there at sunset.
That's the opposite. That's the opposite thing to be doing.
So apparently it's not easy to get here. But apparently they say hundreds of people go to see this and it's incredible. We show up at sunset, no one's there.
Right.
No one's there. Not a street light in sight either. Windy, 1.5 lanes getting there.
I'll tell you what was there. It's just 4 howly idiots.
Who had been plucked from the ocean, mind you. We had sand in all over.
Crevice. I got crevice granules. Here I am. Just
We're in sandy swimsuits.
Some dumb howly from the mainland comes here at the wrong time of day.
That's right.
Idiot.
So we get there and there's nothing. And Crindy said there was fog rolling in, nothing but the crater. We're just waiting for the people, waiting for the sun to do anything.
And we just said, you guys want to hang out till sunrise? Just want to stay.
Kids, set up, find a rock.
Oh, gosh.
Set up camp.
Well, Haleakala.
So,
Mom
said,
that's
Dad
what I say.
Was understandably furious. It was Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation, all the way back down, pitch black, windy roads, all the way back to town. We were starving, sandy, wet, no food open, no restaurants, except a 5-star restaurant. And Crindy was like, I don't care. We're going in here with these sandy, wet kids.
Harry won this trip.
I won this trip. So we did. We walked in, just dropping sand all over the place. 5-star meal.
I wish I remembered it.
So that was the first thing that happened. Another thing I remember about that trip is that we went on a whale watching excursion.
Okay.
To see the mama whales who had just given birth. Like it was a whole big thing.
Okay.
Right? And before we went on this trip, we went to McDonald's.
Okay.
Harry B., who's not a coffee drinker.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Ordered a large, piping hot coffee.
Like
scalding.
Fire in the yard. Active. Like he ordered 1 large Haleakala, please.
That's what it was called. And we were horsing around, knocked the whole thing into his lap.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
2nd-degree burns.
Bad.
2nd-degree burns.
Bad.
For the whale watching trip.
And at the time, again, was a kid, so I was like, man, that sucks. But I don't know that I fully grasped how bad it sucks.
To spill a large Haleakala.
A large Haleakala all over your twig and berries. What? Just a lap full of lava. Just magma crotch. Saddle up, partners. Let's keep this vacation going in the right direction. Meanwhile, he's here just skin grafting, driving the rental car, just trying to keep his head straight, hating everything. Welcome to the mantle of the earth. Oh, wait a minute. Those are my thighs. Welcome to the earth's core.
Poor Harry.
Oh my gosh.
And then he had to go on a boat for the day.
Moving forward, just seeping hot lava out of his fanny pack all over his legs for the remainder of the day. Holy cow, man.
Mom said he was a real trooper. He was real nice about it.
You would have to be.
He would have to be.
Oh my gosh, that's how super villains are made.
So that was
It's
number
like
2.
it's like how freaking Two-Face got acid on his face. Two Crotch, the new DC Batman supervillain.
Okay. What I was talking about.
Volcano pelvis coming at you.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
Dad.
That's
sorry,
why.
Dad.
That's why he's so powerful now.
Okay. Well, you can withstand that. Listen,
You can do anything.
there's not much that can take you down.
Oh my gosh.
So that reminded
The
me
worst.
and Crindy, as we were talking about this, about the 2 beverage rule on vacation. Harry's 2 beverage rule.
One for your crotch and one for your mouth. is that the rule? All right, kids. Thighs drink first. And then
No, there was always a 2 beverage rule. One would be water and one would be your other beverage. And it had to be water. You could not order a coffee and an orange juice, for example.
okay.
No double soft drinks.
No.
Unless we were at a continental breakfast and it was included. 2 beverage rule.
2 beverage rule.
1 water, 1.
It's not a bad rule.
Bevy.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, but
I feel like I adhere to that rule even to this day, but just not on purpose.
yeah.
Like if I'm gonna have I have a beer someplace, I get a beer, but I'll always get a water with it, and I'm fine
It's
with
been
it.
ingrained.
The water is free.
The water's free. And that's the whole point. Yeah. Okay, but also on this trip, another story, also noteworthy, but I don't want to bury the lead.
And I just want to bury the pig.
Well, that's not going to happen.
It's a tie back.
I know. You did great. You're doing great.
Most condescending.
You're adorable.
Oh, you're a good father.
You're a good father. So because Harry B missed his sunrise at Haleakala photo,
Yeah.
he was trying to do, according to Crindy, he may be able to correct us, some sort of a time-lapse photo of the sunrise over the ocean.
Well, that's cool.
And
And he was doing it with film.
with film. He had the tripod, everything. Crindy and I were still asleep in the hotel. But he woke you up early
Yeah.
to go down to the beach, or you were probably already awake, going down to the beach.
Yeah,
You know where I'm going with this.
I do. I don't even know. Have we talked about this on the
We
pod?
haven't.
This
and
is-
we're burying the lead
Yeah.
because this is it.
This is it.
So Harry was trying to capture this perfect sunrise moment, not watching you. You were a kindergartner.
Right.
Yeah. You were playing in the waves, whatever. Do you want to take over? Take over.
So I was playing in the waves, and Poseidon decided to get handsy. Right? Poseidon decided I was his to take out to the ocean, and so
Okay.
so the tides come in, the tides go out, the tides go in, the tides go out, and then finally they grabbed me and pulled me out to sea.
Pulled you out
An
to sea.
angry sea was punishing me for the coffee. Decided this is maritime karma, and it grabs me and starts to pull me out to sea.
Band name.
Totally, and you only sing sea shanties. But with a sitar and like tablas, so it sounds like very Indian. Yeah. It's like Ravi Shankar doing sea shanties.
Okay.
Ravi Shankar.
Okay.
Anyway, guys.
Anyway.
So the ocean starts to take me, and just as I'm about to go, I get scooped up from the waves by a woman, a woman, and she sets me down, and I see just a cascading waterfall of red her.
Yes.
My first thought is, this Ariel the mermaid come to rescue me from her angry father,
Yeah.
angry handsy man.
Yeah.
And I look up. I believe she had 2 like bodyguard types with her. So I'm like, this must be somebody important. Who is this? Is this Molly Ringworm? Who is this? Who's this fire-headed? Is this the actress that played Ginger on the Gilligan's Island? But who was it? None other than American treasure Reba McEntire.
Reba, guys.
The Reba.
Reba.
What's funny is I paused between Reba and McEntire because you can hold the McEntire.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
Hold it.
But
Fellow Okie.
fellow Okie had to go all the way to Hawaii to meet her.
Yeah.
And she saved my life. And the words that she said to me were, and I think about it once a week.
Yes.
I've built my entire life philosophy around these words. If ever I'm having a stressful day, if ever I'm feeling down and out, if ever I need to overcome adversity, she looked at me and she said, there, little feller.
She said it.
And then she jogged off down the beach because Reba gets her steps.
Yeah.
I've always said that about her. Reba gets her steps.
Yep.
But she saved a little boy's life that day. Guys, this pod wouldn't exist without Reba. My child would not exist without Reba. Anyway.
Listen.
Big deal.
Should have led with that.
This should have been the first thing we talked about on episode 1.
Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, brought to you by Reba McEntire.
This podcast, before, after, in perpetuity, every breath that I draw, brought to you by Reba McEntire.
Legitimately.
Everything good I do,
Yeah.
everything bad I do.
Yep.
If I rob a bank, Reba, that's on you, baby. You kept me. You kept
right.
me above ground. Mm-hmm. I would be Poseidon's little like servant boy.
Yeah.
At this point, down here fetching him his clam cocktails, right, boy?
Is that not
Howley boy?
the?
Fetch me my clam cocktails, Howley. Where's my Howley? Ariel, where's the Howley boy?
Okay.
You mean that redheaded woman? From the telly?
Why does Poseidon talk like this?
I speak how I want. I'm the king of the seas. All 7 of them.
Listen, that story is incredible.
It's
You don't tell it enough. When you do a gig from now on, I want you to introduce yourself.
I cover
As
a
that.
Reba song, and then I do it.
Here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down.
God, that was the moment in my head playing Fancy.
Please play fancy. Listen.
I'm doing it.
New goals. Put this on your vision board. We're manifesting. 2023 is the year that you somehow open for Reba McEntire.
Honestly,
And you tell this story.
there has never been a better story that an opener could tell at a concert.
I'm saying. You guys are both Okies.
Hey guys,
You're both musicians.
before I get started, let me tell you a thing.
About how this gal saved my life.
Rescued me from an angry sea in the 80s.
87.
1987. Hey guys, Fire Lake Grand Casino. I want to open up the night by telling you a quick story. The year was 1987. A young Howley boy was playing on the beaches in Hawaii.
His dad wasn't watching him.
His dad was enthralled with the sunrise.
You'd have him right here.
Oh my
Palm of
gosh.
your hand.
And just anytime I am at a thing where there's the requirement to play the 2 truths and a lie game. Oh, this is always one of
Why
my.
don't you do it already?
This is always one of my
You
truths.
needed a reminder.
It's always one of my truths,
Oh, it already is.
it
Okay.
always it never fails because people are like, "Well, you're a liar."
Yeah. But it's so far-fetched, it has to be true.
So good.
Guys, it's true.
The other one that I always tell my lie is always my strategy is always there's an obvious truth, then there's the Reba truth, which throws them off the scent because it seems like a lie, but then my lie is just so weird that it can't be true. It's that my mother was like a kind of like a weird hippie type growing up, and she would take me all summer every year, and we would go sell dream catchers on the side of the road. And people think about that and they go, that seems too weird to not be true.
Could Crindy be, honestly, in another life, I think she would.
Yeah.
She'd be all about some dream.
Anyway, guys, Reba McEntire. This
it's so
pod brought to
good.
you by Reba.
Totally is. So speaking of family vacations, I'm going to ask for some thoughts and prayers
Okay.
because I'm about to go tent camping
Yeah.
with my family.
You know, one thing I've always said about you is that you're tailor-made for tent camping,
Right?
right?
Right.
You very, very pasty skin,
I've got it. Check.
thin skin,
I was about to say thin. Well, thank you.
a thin person.
Okay.
If the food runs out, you're not gonna make it long.
What?
If the food runs out,
Okay.
if you're in the tent,
Okay.
and the food runs out, you're not gonna make it long.
No. And that's probably for the best.
And honestly, you're not a great feast, but they might sacrifice you for the greater good.
Well, I haven't been tent camping with the Engles since. This is with Jeff's parents, and Jeff and the kids love tent camping. I love everything about camping, every single thing about it.
Just not the
but I
tent
want to
camping.
sleep inside.
And again, we've talked about this on a previous
talked
episode.
about it.
You like everything about camping except for the camping.
That's it.
So, you know,
I'll stay out there until the very last second at night. Then I'll sleep inside. Then I'll come outside. I'll spend the whole day out there.
fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy.
All ed up with mosquitoes.
That's what I'm saying.
All ed up, all cold, shivering.
Yep.
Just sleeping with a hot water bottle.
Yeah.
In between your knees. No.
So anyway, thoughts and prayers would be appreciated for that. And I'll give you an update the next time
I can't wait.
we're together.
If you make it. If you make it back.
If I don't get eaten by a bear.
This is your Everest. You may or may not. This is your Haleakala. You hopefully you've got a 5-star meal waiting for you at the other side. Hopefully you have a fiery-headed one named woman who can come along and rescue you from your plight. She comes in on the wings of an angel and scoops you from your tent and says, there, little lady. And she takes you, and then she flies off and says, here's your one chance, friends, don't let me down.
Amazing. Okay, how is your algorithm?
It is, over the last few days, because I watched Rocky and talked about it, I've gotten a lot of Sylvester Stallone posts.
Hey.
I've gotten a lot of people singing national anthems poorly, which is always fun. And
That is an awkward algorithm. I can barely do it.
I
can barely do it.
This one made me laugh really hard.
Okay.
I sent you the people doing "Crazy in Love" by Beyonce and Jay-Z at the high school.
Yeah, what was
talent
that?
show. It was like they were doing 2 entirely different performances.
I was so confused.
It was the weirdest.
First of all, it looked like Emma Watson.
It did.
It looked like Hermione.
Hermione
and like
doing Beyonce.
Yes.
Listen.
It was, bless them.
Very
Bless
uncomfortable.
them. They did it though.
But my favorite was the caption just said, they didn't rehearse nothing. That's all it said. So basically my algorithm is full of really awkward things.
Performances.
Awkward performances, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that algorithm. I can barely watch those things because the pressure of performing and just the thought of people scrutinizing.
Yeah.
It's almost too much.
I'll tell you what, that's the difference though. A school talent show like that, they'll give you a little bit of grace.
No, they will not.
Yes, they will. But if those 2 little idiots wandered on stage at amateur night at the Apollo, booed off stage. Have you ever seen the clip of Lauryn Hill when she was a child performing?
Love Lauryn Hill.
She's so talented, but she was performing at amateur night at the Apollo. She was like 8 or something.
Yeah.
That crowd turned on her and booed her 8-year-old self
A
right off the stage.
child?
And that is the moment that you have to look at and be like, they don't play around at the Apollo.
They don't play.
Don't come up here unrehearsed. Don't come up here
As a
if you don't
kid?
belong. Don't come up here as a child.
Bless her, but you know what? She persisted.
She went on to be all right.
She went on to be just fine.
She's fine. Wow. Yeah. Wild. I'll send that to you. It's a horrible clip to watch. You'll hate it. You're going to hate it. As a person who hates awkwardness and a person who doesn't want to see a child get booed off stage.
Do you want those things?
It's all I've ever wanted.
Okay.
It's all I've ever wanted. Ever since, and from now on, you know what? Every child that gets booed off stage by me, you know whose fault that is? That's Reba's, because she kept me around long enough to do it.
She
didn't know she didn't know what she was doing.
Gosh.
How's your algorithm?
Well, mine actually, I've seen this guy before, but Crindy just sent him to me again. Jesus Morales.
Either pronunciation is acceptable.
Zeke, help. He is a guy. I noticed that actually Zeke follows him too, and so I want to.
If it's good enough for Zeke, it's good enough for me.
For us. That's right. But he goes around spreading goodwill, different kinds of goodwill.
Okay.
He'll go around and he'll pick up people like from a job site and take them for Disneyland to the day, and then pay them for the day's work later.
Yeah, as long as you pay him for the day's work. I would have been so mad if
Absolutely.
you took me to Disney World
And I lost a day's work.
Hey, that was fun and everything.
Right. But
is Joy and Magic going to pay the light bill this week, fella?
Exactly. But or he'll go to like a street vendor and like buy their whole cart for the day, or like treat everybody to tacos for an hour.
Sure.
It's such a great account.
So he's a really rich show off.
No, he goes around spreading goodwill and he's awesome.
I love that your algorithm is people spreading goodwill and mine is children getting booed off stage.
Yeah, good grief.
And like Michael Trepanier sent me.
Hi, Michael.
And all it said was this morning, it just said, from one culinary expert to another. And it was how to cut milk. And it was just a spill of milk on a cutting board. And a person just sets a knife down in the middle of it. That's it. That's all it was. That's the kind of crap that I exchange with my
yours.
friends.
I'm out here.
Your guys changing lives and my people are
Changing
cutting milk.
Well, here's the thing that's not changing lives, but Lindsay sent it to me. Hydro dipping of Crocs. Did she send you
I've
that?
seen it. I've seen it in the past. And yes, it's and she sent it to me again as well.
Hypnotic.
It's wild.
It's wild. Putting designs on Crocs by dipping them into the design. I'll
Ask
post it.
Jeff about it. He's a man of science.
Yeah, how
he
does
can
this
explain
work,
it.
Jeff?
Jeff specializes in Croc science, and I'm not talking about the animals, baby.
No, the shoe.
Shoot.
Also, 80s Girls is one of my favorite accounts. Just nostalgic toys. I know we've talked about
Love
this. It's so good. Okay, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
It's been so long since we podcasted last.
Excuse me,
it's
I
been
know,
one
right?
day, and so I think
All this summer travel, guys.
I think that I referenced again nothing new since then, but still reading that Jeff Tweedy book.
Okay.
Still listening to the same things and watching The Office nonstop.
Nonstop.
But the new show that we started, and I did reference it last episode, was The Bear.
You're in it.
I'm so in it.
You referenced it like 4 times yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I did.
I've heard it from other people too. I've heard season 2 is excellent.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
This was recommended to me by a dear friend Cody a long time ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. And I'm in that.
Hi, Cody.
I'm at that point with it where it's like I just want to binge the absolute heck out of it, but we're trying to be restrained. Pace it to where it's like we don't just have the huge excitement of the bear, and then just meh. So anyway, but that's I'm in it. I'm consumed. What about you?
We'll give that one a shot too. I've been doing Buy My House on Netflix. Fun. It's sort of like Shark Tank, but for real estate. It's a fun one. Just a light. I enjoy home and real estate shows.
Sure.
In that vein, Interior Design Masters on Netflix.
Okay.
They're British.
I'm already here for it.
Already here for it. I've been listening to the soundtrack. I don't know why. I saw a clip in my algorithm from the revival of Little Shop of Horrors. So I've been listening to the revival soundtrack with Jonathan Groff. It's great.
Suddenly Seymour.
Then I'm about to start a new book on this camping trip called Lessons in Chemistry. Lindsay's read it. Crindy's read it. Didn't care for it.
I mean, I didn't read it.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No, I've just seen the cover.
Okay, so anyway, that's where I am with my things in the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's all guys. Listen, it's been 2 days since we recorded, but you know what? We gotta. That's showbiz. That's showbiz. Sometimes you gotta. It's the veil, right? Sometimes we let you guys in, and sometimes we don't, and it's just we just keep you guessing.
What's your warm heart?
Playing with the kids and your child husband yesterday.
Yes.
Super fun. It was one of those things where it's like the whole time I was like, okay, I'm getting sunburned.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in tremendous pain tomorrow, but man, is it fun. It's very like, it was very like nostalgic child fun play pool day. So
it was fun watching you guys.
That's mine.
That's a warm heart for me too.
Yeah.
But I also want to tack this on. Dear friend of the pod and my bestie, Heather. Heather's birthday is July 10th, and this will come out right after. And I just want to wish her all the love and joy and peace and blessings in her life in the next year. I love her so much.
Well, that's a nice one.
My life would not be the same without her. And I know you care deeply for her too.
As one of your friends that I actually like, I'm excited.
He likes all of you.
I don't. The rest of you are no Heather. Be Heather or be nothing.
Okay.
Hey.
They're there, little feller.
They're there, little feller. Thanks, Reba. Hey. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to Cold. That's it, right? That's the end. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. We'll talk to you soon, and maybe we'll have some more time between episodes next time.
Thoughts and prayers for camping, guys. Thanks.
Thoughts and prayers for camping. Keep your coffee lids on tight. All right. Bye.
Bye.